Hi guys, I'm here today to brief you about certain interview tips, particularly how to prepare interviews. You guys, I understand that most of the guys get confused when it comes to the point of interview preparation. So if you really prepare interview seriously in a systematic order, and it's very easy that you can crack the interview. So today I'm going to give you 5 easy tips for your interview preparation. The first one is to know yourself and build your resume, and the second one is to know about the company in which you're applying the job for, and the third one is the industry in which you are seeking a job, and the fourth one is the subject of your expertise, and the fifth is you need to enhance your communication skills. You need to practice to enhance your communication skills. Mostly that is the English language, and rarely in other cases it is any other region language, but it is mainly to build your confidence level in presenting yourself in the interview. So elaborating each one, how to build your resume. Normally I understand that we guys copy paste the resume. So come out of this copy paste attitude. It's very easy copying and pasting the resume. But when you are copying and pasting the resume, are you building your resume tuning to your skills and also to the requirement of the company? So how many of you really check it? I believe the answer is no from most of you. So that is where you need to correct yourself. First thing, before you build your resume, know about yourself. I should know about myself if I have to build my resume. What are my skills? What are my achievements? And what is my attitude? That is the personal skills or the technical skills. What are my hobbies? So I need to write only those skills and achievements which I really have, so that it is very easy to justify that in the interview. Normally a question paper is prepared by the board of examinations or the university board or a professor. It is in a regular academic institutions. But here the question paper, in an oral interview that you're going to attend in any interview, who is going to prepare the question paper? I'm not talking about the written test that they have in the first round, not the aptitude test. Aptitude test obviously is prepared by a team of HR experts. I'm talking about the oral interview which the HR manager or the technical manager or a manager round may take. So obviously they would be asking questions related to the things or the skills that you have mentioned in your resume. So who has prepared the resume? It is you who have prepared the resume. Means you have set the question paper for yourself. So whatever skills, experience, achievement that you are claiming in your resume, the same things you got to prepare, so that it would be easy for you and you don't have any confusion in answering these questions. So that is number one. So while building your resume, you got to take care that all the skills or achievements that you are mentioning in your resume must be known to you. Otherwise it's quite embarrassing. You claimed in your resume that adaptability is your skill, but you don't know the meaning of adaptability. Don't you think how awkward it is to say that adaptability is my strength, but don't know what exactly is adaptability? Okay, how you have to create stories about adaptability, how do you define that? That we would be doing in the next coming videos. But when you claim that you have that skill, you should know what is your adaptability, and you should be in a position to justify by giving a storyline to justify that you are really adaptable. No matter you might be really not having any adaptability skill, you don't have any actual incident, but you need to frame one, you need to script one situation which tunes your skill adaptability. And number two, when we talk about knowing about the company. So normally, most of the people whom I met, they have the habit of submitting the same kind of resume to any company that they are applying for. So it is better not do that. Each company you need to do a different resume, because companies, the job description is very important when you build a resume. So the resume that you are doing must be in tune to the company. So before submitting the resume, you should also know about the company and the job description. If you know about the company and the requirement, you can tune your skills to that, so that you can build your resume accordingly. You must know about the company. You need not know completely about the company. At least you should know the correct title of the company, their brand image, what are the products that they undertake, and where is their main office, how many branches do they have nationally and internationally, and who is their CEO, and so on and so forth. And the turnover, of course, you have nothing to do with the turnover, but if you know it, that will be fine. And the other thing that you need to know, number three, is to know about the industry. So industry is not an individual company. You guys, I believe you know the difference between a company and industry. A company is an individual firm. For example, Infosys is a company, Deloitte is a company, right? Dr. Reddy Pharmaceuticals is a company. Dr. Reddy Pharmaceuticals comes under pharmacy industry, and Infosys, Infotech or Deloitte, they come under IT industry. And likewise, we have infrastructure industry and other industries. Even education also is an industry. So there are industry is the group of companies under a particular category. So if you are applying for the position in an IT industry, you should know what are the recent updates in that particular industry, and you should also know what are the recent updates in the platform where you are actually trying to get the position. So that would be fine. And the next thing that you need to understand is the subject expertise that you must have. Obviously, if you claim that you have your particular subject, you may be claiming skills in particular technical skill. Maybe a technical skill on the IT platform. It might be any programming languages, or it might be any operating system, or in testing tools, or in data science, or maybe in the pharmacy industry, if you are into the production department, or in quality assurance or quality control, whatever. So it depends on what kind of job that you're doing. So you need to get that complete expertise in the area where you are really doing. So you should know more than the basics. You should be ready, and you need to prepare a set of frequently asked questions in that particular subject of your area, so that it would be easy for you to answer. And the last thing that I would like to express here is the enhancing of communication skills, without which you will not be able to present yourself, and in fact you will not be able to give the answers correctly and confidently. So if you really want to build your confidence levels, though you may be preparing in the first four, you are well prepared in the first four, but you do not know how to present these things, then that would be a vainglorious attempt. I mean to say that effort would go in vain. It would be a waste if you do not add communication skills to what you have prepared. So I suggest you should have regular practice on enhancing your communication skills. So how to enhance your communication skills in English language, of course, that would be made sending in the next part of the video that I would be uploading shortly. That's all, guys. Wish you good luck.